Ooh, QQQ just ripped. Why is my portfolio down that much? Bro, how is all my growth down? If you guys are just tuning in, welcome. I'm just like, I'm trying to like figure out what's happening. All right, like all the major indices are up, and my growth portfolio is like all the way at the bottom of the floor, getting absolutely damaged. But that's all right. Hopefully, sorry, I'm a little bit later today, but hope we got a lot later as well today. So, okay. All right, if you guys are joining in, welcome. I'm gonna get started here in a sec. Yeah, QQQ and IWM XP is at least rebounding. There's a lot of these stocks that have just really. I think China's getting hit again. No, the real problem right now is a lot of my bios. So some of my favorite long-term bio stocks, bios are getting hit really, really hard. Um, Luckily, I don't hold many bio stocks, but I do hold about 7% of this stock. It's my favorite. Um, so that's a little unfortunate, but that is what it is. Yeah. Bio, I don't know why bios are getting hit today, but I don't play bios much, but all the bios are getting really, really hit today. Neo's starting to look really good as well. I'm actually going to change my portfolio around today a little bit too. I'm going to add a little bit more of Neo and sell a little bit of Tiger. Family's down. There's a lot of stocks down today. But yeah, if you guys are tuning in, you guys got any questions, let me know. Hopefully everything's working. Yeah, all these big plays getting really hit today. A lot of these growth plays, but that's okay. I don't know if this is from yesterday or today, but if you guys are just what's up, James? How are you? James, I saw that one of your stocks took off. What's that? I saw Zom kind of took off today for you. Let's see if Zom's still up. I remember Zom was up like 10%. Oh, nice, dude. Zom hit. Holy cow! Look what Zom hit this pre-market. Nice, James. Like I said, remember yesterday I thought we totally broke out of this long-term resistance line, so Zom could for sure. We could definitely see some. We kind of have a lot of room all the way to $1. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that hits for you. I know you're holding a lot of shares, so. Yeah, IWM is it's kind of crazy, but like my growth portfolio is down today. I think what's really holding me down right now is I have a lot. I've cycled a lot of money over to China. A lot of China names are down today, But we did have this huge pop. Like this morning, I was up a lot of money, and then we just kind of, the market kind of fell sideways. But I'm still loving this long-term thesis. I wish Tiger wasn't down so much. It did reclaim that 10. But right now, um, what I'm going to do is I actually am going to be switching some money around. I am going to, let's see, edit pie. What I want to do is I want to take some off of Tiger and then move that over to Neo. I want Tiger about 4%, and then Neo at 5%. Then Futu at 6%. And then maybe AMD. Okay. So I'm just kind of switching around my portfolio. That's what I like about M1 Finance. It's really, really easy. You just do percents and then make sure we rebalance. Okay, we'll rebalance. Then we'll be switched tomorrow morning for me. Nice early moves off of Zom though, James. Zom, it's up on news. That's great. I'm getting wrecked. Me too. I have them in my corp account. If I sell, I get taxed. So better to hold. Market blows today. Yeah, the market does suck today. For sure. Hello, Ari. Yeah, KTG. My portfolio is doing really, really bad. It actually held up yesterday pretty well, and today. Um, like I said, a lot of this even SPY is up today, but if we look at all these major names, not a lot of them are up. So, um, what we really want to do is QQQ. Yeah, a lot of them are down today. That's just kind of how it is, but QQQ did bounce nice. This could be a reversal. Definitely, we could be a reversal. This is a really, really nice hammer coming in. Still might not be a reversal, but this one day does look strong. If we can close above 360, I'll be looking for almost indefinite reversal. Okay. Thoughts on Moderna? I didn't really see the news. If you wouldn't mind telling me the news, but yeah, the problem is we with all these bio stocks, we were down a lot on bio today. If you look at the S&P bio sector, we're probably down a lot. The graph doesn't look too great. We do have a triple top setting up. We do have maybe a double top right here. Luckily, we have some good support right here at this kind of 325 level, and we did bounce off of that. So if we can reclaim 363 again or something like that, we could be a chance to jump in. But I don't know. We're very overextended, and once this I mean, I don't know. It's been in such a bullish uptrend. I wouldn't even mind adding down here, but day of rest for me today. Nice. New pill coming out. How is that bearish? Why is it down? Yeah, QQQ actually looks like it might be reversing right here. QQQ looks really, really good. Like I want to see. When I look at QQQ, we still have a lot of ways. Like I said, we need to break 364. Or most definitely. Okay, I want to see what this looks like. So we really have to break this 360 level if we want to be bullish, in my opinion. Okay, I like Moderna. Is a really, really nice graph. I should have bought down at the hundreds. I had the chance to. We see these really big pullbacks about right here. We see 180 to 120, and we're seeing 500 to 330. So, I mean, I'd want to see some more strength come back, but it doesn't look like a terrible idea. It is so overextended though that I don't really want to buy. It's really hard. It's very hard. Yeah, China names are getting pounded today again. Actually, Futu's not looking bad. Some good. I'm going to look at my growth. XP is looking really good too on this 4-hour nice candle. Could be breaking out soon. What is everyone's portfolios doing today? So my growth portfolio is down 0.9% right now. I have APPS is leading the way into XP. Actually, SI is doing really good. Here's another one of my long-term growth stocks. Love to see. SI is doing really, really good today, up 4%. We have a big breakout coming if we can actually break 121.41. That's another one that's really good. Upstart's getting absolutely pounded. And now that we look at Upstart, I don't even know why I put this in my portfolio. I don't know. I'm going to hold it for the long-term thesis, but we still could see, down to the 230s with Upstart. So, strange on there. Plus 1 point. Yeah, because you have Zom, huh? Nice. You got Zom, so that's keeping you up today. Nothing's keeping me up today. Wow, FLGT is really destroying my hopes, too, of anything. Look at this. We were really starting to break out the other day, and we lost all of these gains. That's unfortunate. FLGT is one of my favorite growth stocks, and hopefully we can. I'd really want to close above this line, but very unfortunate. I would be down except for Zom. Yeah, I'm not down much. I'm down 0.8% right now, but Palantir Square. There's a lot of names keeping me up right now, but a couple names that are kind of shit in the dust. Might be time to sell my Apple and I don't know. Try to transfer it over. But yeah. Yeah, you're up a lot on Zom. That's great. It's great news for you. Love Zom. All right, I'm gonna tweet out some more things. But yeah. If you guys are tuning in, you guys got any questions? XP looks nice. This 4-hour candle really, really looks strong on XP. We're talking we have a lot of room to move up on XP, but interesting. Yeah, there's not a lot of runners today. There's a lot of like XBI. We can look at XBI. That's actually probably important to know. Let's look at XBI right now. XBI is the biosect. Yeah, bio was down crazy today. We were starting to come back up, but we look at we had this huge run up. Pretty much every like little penny bio from COVID lows literally triple. It was crazy. But now we're kind of with IWM. We're just kind of consolidating within here. But yeah, my favorite bio BCRX is holding up today. Want to see FLGT not break this downtrend, but yeah, lots of good, decent names. Yeah, QQQ really, really is coming back today strong. It's good to see. QQQ looks. If we look to this 1 year, 1 day, we're getting a really nice reversal candle. It's hard to see if those hammers are actually reversal. Sometimes they aren't, but for the most part, we can see that those hammers. We have a really, really strong hammer forming. If we can close green on the QQQ today, I think that we have a chance of reversing into next week. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that during like this Friday after hours, we're gonna get some like crazy 1% gapper. Got okay. Riot is trending. AMC is always trending. All right. Pilter is holding. Yeah, Palantir is holding. Hey, bro. Sorry, I missed your. We're looking at our Moderna. XP is my top today. Yeah, XP's gonna reverse on everyone. So, like I said, XP is a great stock. It had XP literally felt like I got to see how much. I'm literally down so much on XP right now. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Let me see. So I'm down 17% on my XP buys. I'm literally down on everything. It's crazy. So I'll start from the top. Just this week. All right. I am down 8% on Digital Turbine, 2% on Futu, 8% on BCRX, 7% on Tiger, 18% on XP, 12% on FTHM, 2% on Roku. SI I'm up 11%, so that's cool. FVRR down 6%, DMTK, like all Upstart down 8%. So yeah, if we're talking about a rough week for me. I'm down 4% on Google. Um, so let me think. Yeah, I'm down a lot. Just fine. I knew that money's gonna come back, but the AMD call is killing me. Yeah, we gotta wait for some relative strength to come back to AMD. When we look at AMD, the problem is it actually looks really, really good, right? When we're talking about, we've really been trying. So back here a couple days ago, we really tried hard to break out of this flag. Now that it really looks like we're turning this old support, this resistance line into support right here. So I think we have a good chance of bouncing up soon. I think AMD will calls down here are gonna look good. Dang, sorry to hear that, man, but you haven't sold, so you're fine. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not worried. Yeah, definitely healthy market correction. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, with all my growth stocks, I'm so confident in them. I really could care less. I mean, I do care that I'm down a lot, but at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not too big of a deal. Yeah, I'm down 6% on the week. It's not terrible. When I look at the 1 day, down 0.7%. So, could be worse for sure. 6% in a week. AMD is a great, yeah. Can you check out, we can look at AMD's really, really great long term. Anything close to these hundreds, you should be scooping up, in my opinion. Anything in these hundreds is going to be great. And mRNA, sure. I don't know about so Moderna does worry me. Is definitely not. We look at really if we're looking at this 1 year, 1 day, there's nothing bullish about this. We pretty much have no support all the way down. Very unhealthy downtrend. Wouldn't touch it. Now mRNA, Moderna. It's interesting because the problem is we have a lot of momentum going up, but I feel like we could have broken our momentum. I'd honestly want to be a buyer down in these 261s. I think we're still very overextended. And once that we kind of we've gapped down a few times now. I don't really know if I'd want to go long. It's very risky up here. So that's my problem with Moderna. Just seems. Thanks, Tarek, for the sub. It just seems a little overextended in my opinion. I wouldn't really want to be a buyer up here. Oh man, yeah, my growth portfolio. No, we're down, but no worries. All right. If you guys are tuning in, you guys got any questions at all? Yeah, QQQ. I'm really happy to at least see that this QQQ. We're starting to see a little bit of a hammer starting to form. We're starting to see something kind of pop up, which is good. But we're still in this downtrend. But the thing about it is that we're in this new month. We're in October. And October tends to be a little bit less volatile than September. So a new monthly candle, maybe some hedge fund managers are changing their plans. I think that we're going to start to. There's a good chance that we start to reverse here in October. September is historically really bad for the market. We usually go down 3%, around 2 to 3%. We did see that, and then October is good. So, yeah, very choppy. And I also wouldn't be surprised with SPY if we just kind of chopped for the next few months as well. There's lots of things that could happen. Someone wanted me to look at Omer. Omer's down 44%. Let's take a look. Okay. When we're looking at Omer. Okay. Same thesis if you watched my last video. I would not go long until we hit 978. That's where you'd want to go long. We could still fall a long way, so not interested on that. Yeah, I mean Moderna. It's hard for me because on the one hand we have a lot of momentum, so it could still go up. But the problem, it looks like we kind of had a double top, and it looks like there's a potential that we can go lower. It just seems very overextended to me. It just seems very overextended. I mean, I could give you. Let's look. We can look at some maybe possible stop losses and entries, but for the most part, I would definitely. It just seems a little overextended for my liking, right? So if we go to Moderna, I mean, our clear stop loss is going to be $318. Now, we do have this gap to fill. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad risk reward with at $323 with, you know, a chance to bounce here because we do have this gap to fill. So I would say 323 is a good risk, the low of the day, but still overextend for my blood, but it could be a possible good risk reward. In my Yeah, you're welcome, Mary. That'd probably be my thing. Also, a couple things if you guys are in here, I launched a Discord. We have a Discord. And then also, damn, who left a thumbs up on my video? What the hell? I also did a Patreon too. I'm still figuring out what I'm gonna do with that, but did have a few subscribers, so I do appreciate that to my Patreon. This is who left a dislike. How nice of you. No, all good. It doesn't bother me. And then Twitch. Let's see. So, we've been streaming for a while now on Twitch, all week. And we still have 1 follower. Just going to see how that kind of worked out. The algorithms are hard to grow on, but QQQ, almost green for the day. We were there for a bit. Interesting, for sure. If you guys are joining, you guys got any questions, let me know. Yeah, Twitch is such a hard platform. Because, like, until you get, like, 5 viewers to actually push you up on the recommended, it's really hard to grow. Yeah. That's what I would probably say, but... Yeah, but if you guys got any questions, if you guys are just tuning in, let me know. But yeah, if you guys are interested, all my links, I'd appreciate at least if you guys want the Discord. I'm gonna do something with the Discord. I might I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to figure out something with, and that's too with you guys that have been here. I know I started a Patreon, and there's a couple that subscribed, mostly just to support me. But I would like to give back a little bit. I just don't know how to do that because I give away everything on these live streams. I don't know if it's maybe a Sunday watch list or exact entry points, or maybe the ability to just talk to me whenever about, I don't know. So if you guys are interested. Puppies, yeah, we could your house, James. You can take care of it. No, you're allowed. No, you guys can I just I get it. People dislike the video. That's fine. It just cracks me up. Yeah. Someone talked to me. What did someone say? Did someone say Omer? Okay. So. Oh, Fammy. Okay. So the problem with Fammy is, again, we're very overextended. Let me look. I actually played this a couple days yesterday. The problem is that if we're really looking at this graph long term, there's nothing bullish about it, right? We had a nice gap up. We had a nice few days, but the problem is that we filled that gap. Once we fill that gap, we tend to usually go back down. There's really nothing good about this chart. There's a lot of offerings, a lot of downside, and we just filled this gap. Saying we just filled that gap, we have a long ways back down now. So, Omer, not confident unless we can break this 50 cent level again and maybe a possible cup and handle. But yeah, I definitely have to say no on that. We already filled this gap. Once we fill this gap, we tend to usually go back down. So, not very interested, unfortunately. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm interested at all. Now, on the other hand, QQQ is doing really, really well. Yeah, QQQs. So we're actually, what I really wanted to see, this is exactly, if we look at our 1 year, 1 day candle, hopefully we're starting to really see a nice hammer form. So hopefully, like I said, if we can close above 360, I think that we definitely have a reversal intimate. But, I mean, we could still drop a little, but yeah, QQQ looks really good from the lows. Definitely like that look for sure. I'm going to go run and grab a water. Will you guys give me 1 second? I will be right back. If you guys are just tuning in, leave some tickers down in the chat. I will get to those. I'm going to go grab a water before I have to cough. on there. Come in. Hey, I like your shapeness. You look better. You look more handsome. Come on, let's go. Come on. Yeah. All right, we're back. Saw my phone go off. James. Oh man, James. 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 I really I don't think, James, you know how much I appreciate you. Since day one. I really appreciate that, James. That means a lot, my man. Really appreciate that. Like, I super appreciate that. Jeez. That is a lot of money. I really, really appreciate that, James. That means a lot. You didn't have to do that again, but I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Um, that means a lot to me. I really, really appreciate that. And I also, I mean, more so ever, I appreciate you being in here every day. But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It really means a lot. I can tell you thanks all day. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you guys got any tickers, let me know. Yeah, now I really appreciate that at James again. Day one you've been here, I really appreciate that. So, James, if I ever grow big, you're gonna be my manager. Thanks for helping me step up my game. You were welcome. You're welcome. I do really appreciate it. It still means a lot. I mean, I always wanted to make this free, but that does mean a lot. I'm hoping. I guess the goal one day is that, I don't want anything from any of you. You guys don't owe me anything at all. But at the end of the day, what I'd really like is, be able to not have to work. Not okay. Like quit. I could quit my job and use this as full-time income, or like I work part-time, but that'd be super sweet. So yeah, I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you so much. But yeah, you are very welcome. Also, there's this so if you guys look at my growth portfolio, I have BCRX BioCryst Pharmaceuticals. It's my favorite bio stock. I was gonna tell you guys, I do like that one long term as well. There's this lady named on Twitter. I'll link her, but she's really, really smart. I've seen a lot of her, like the stock she calls out, go up hundreds of percents. Um, she's like I really like it, but I do see BCRX going up 100%. They have pretty much there's this really kind of rare drug, and they have the only cure to it, and they're working on making it into a pill instead of a shot that's been there for 60 years. So they're almost done with their trials, and it should pass. Deal. Small stuff. I know what it's like starting out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, all. What is a nice cup chart? A cup chart. We can look at a cup. Yeah, I know. That is a lot though. I don't know which it was. $10 is still a lot. Even $5 is still a lot. So I really appreciate it. What is that nice cup chart? So Fami, the problem is it is a nice cup and handle, right? I was saying that, but my problem is so once we break this resistance line, we could have some ways to go. My problem is that it's really not a cup and handle. Really, a cup and handle takes a few months to form, but it still is a cup and handle. So let's see if we can break over 46 cents again. I could potentially see a play happening. Okay, if that makes sense. Yeah, but I will have to figure out something to do for Patreon. I think it'll be like actual, like I will give stop points. Maybe I'll even do like my favorite stocks. I don't know what I'll do, but because I kind of get everything for free on here, but I do appreciate. I did not mean to pull that up. I've been door dashing recently, and they spam me. Okay. Cool. Let's see what. Yeah, let's. Oh, I wanted to see. Zom looks good for you though, James. What's your average? I guess would be the question. But yeah, Zom looks good. XP also looks really good. Um, nice reversal then XP. I figure we'll go up from here. And then James, you also hold APPS. I know you have APPS. It's APPS has been down, but I think you bought before we broke out at like 64s, and we have a really nice follow through on APPS. Again is my top play, but we really look at this. We kind of broke this resistance line, so I think we're gonna have some more upside on APPS. Good that we reclaimed that 70 level. Oh, I should be looking at this. I started buying it even 0.25 average. Oh, geez. Okay. So you were up a lot of money. What's up with Moderna? I mean, it's really a lot of the bios are getting hit hard today. All these bio stocks are down a lot. Um, we are about to fill this gap up, so not a terrible risk reward here, but I still think Moderna is pretty overextended. If we look at XBI, which is the biotech, yeah, we gapped down a lot today. We were almost down about 3% this morning, so we can attribute that to kind of the big drops. I'm still at 4% on APPS. DATS was a nice short last 2 days. Did you sell? So if we're looking on DATS, so no, I still have half my position. I have an average at 750, and I sold out half at 15. So I'll risk off. Maybe I'll risk off this load about 1097. Probably be smart, but I do still have some. Yeah, apps will definitely. APPS was up 15% at one. Once earnings come out, we just had this slight pullback, but I do think we'll see in the next few weeks. We'll see. I really think that we're going to see a push up to 100 in the next few months for sure. We're looking primed. Earnings are going to be coming out soon. They're going to kill it on earnings like they always do. So APPS will be definitely, like I said, always long term about that. And actually, growth portfolio is not down too bad today. We'll see. Yeah, not bound too bad today. That's nice. I don't know what's going on with this, but we'll see. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, you got any questions, just let me know. We will go over them. Yeah, there's been a lot of bio names that have been down today. It's just because of XBI, which is the biotech ETF. It's been down a lot. I don't know why it's down today. Sometimes, like I said, QQQ was down almost 2% today, and SPY was up. So some of these major indexes, they do tend to have the same moves, but they do move kind of a part of each other as well. SRNE is one of my other long-term bios that I really like. That's down to 12% today. And I know there's been some big pumpers on BCTX. I'm going to look at that. So if you guys, I'm sure you guys know Atlas Trading, but there's been a guy, and I actually like him, but his name's Ripster47. He's pretty smart, and he does a lot of hyper growth like I do. We actually have a lot of the same names that we look at, because there's a lot of hyper growth stocks out there, but finding the ones that are actually good is really hard. So we do good, but they had to play. BCRX. I would be confident on this. We also have this huge falling wedge, so if we could break above like 15 again, it would be a good swing in my opinion. Don't know why this isn't working. What is your strongest entry play for long term? Hi, Brianna. Hi from Hawaii. I came to see what's going on here. Hello. Honolulu land. The market's open early. Yeah, I know. I have a friend up there who's on Oahu. Yeah, I know they open early because they're 4 hours, so they open at 3:30. So they open at 3:30 Mountain Time, I believe. So, yeah, that's Colorado being Central Time. I really don't. It's kind of hard because I have to wake up at 7:30, if I do wake up. But yeah, that is tough. That is very tough. Earlier than me. More. Hello, Janelle. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that's pretty early. Us at Colorado, so we open at 7:30, but yeah, Hawaii's 3:30. So, um, if I know definitely like the East Coast is cool because it opens at 9:30. You get get your breakfast in and then trade. But yeah, we'll see. Also, Moderna is really interesting too at these levels. We think of bio stocks that the problem with bioceuticals is the problem that they don't have a lot of revenue. They're usually working on one specific drug, and if that fails, their company kind of goes. It's going to drop a lot because they've been doing offerings, they put in all this money into, but Moderna's been working on a lot of vaccines, and they already have two or three that are actually working. So they have a lot of money or a pipeline to keep putting money into new projects without having to do offerings or raise funds, stuff like that. So the Moderna has a big pipeline. So that's what I do like about Moderna and some of these stocks like Johnson and Johnson, but not Johnson and Johnson, but Moderna particularly. Some of these bigger bio stocks too, that have a pipeline. They already have some drugs that are working. They don't have to do offerings. Um, Very cool. Yeah, QQQ. We're looking to reverse here. I'm gonna pull up the RSI. I don't know why I don't even have RSI on. All right. But yeah, if we're talking about, oh, and you said my favorite. I apologize. You said my favorite long term stock. Favorite long term stock that has doubling potential. I have two. APPS. You'll hear me talk about APPS all the time. I like APPS. One of my favorite. I did some videos on it. I really like it. And then another one is one of my favorites is Futu. The problem is the Chinese name, so China's been getting really hit hard recently. But APPS I would say, and then Futu are my two favorite long terms. Good morning, June. Hello, hello. JC, hello. Also, if you guys, I do have my Discord as well that we started. So if you guys do want to hop in there, I don't know what we're gonna do in there, but at least maybe something. But yeah, those are my two favorite long terms. Riot Maricarls. I don't know. Let's let. We'll have to pull up the Bitcoin chart as well. So the problem with Riot and Mara, it's actually a pretty attractive level for bulls down here. This 26 level, we seem to bounce off of this a lot. And then we're gonna look at Bitcoin. See, the problem is that like these don't really move in tandem. Bitcoin is all the way up here, and I don't know. I think it wouldn't be a terrible place to buy calls. Right here at this trend line, it seems like bulls step in here. I think calls maybe some 30s wouldn't be a terrible idea. It just doesn't really follow Bitcoin like it used to, so it's kind of hard to play. But yeah, I think definitely there's a lot of these names that are touching their support too, which is good and bad. The market could turn over, but yeah, there's a lot of names just sitting right at support. And talking names sitting right at support, we look at something like the QQQ, and we're about to. This is going to be a telltale sign here. Like I said, if we can break above 360, I think one of the major things when we're looking for reversal plays in the stock market is we want to make sure that we see reversals on the indexes first. So yeah, we see that Riot and Mara have been down, but they can still keep going. Not necessarily for Riot and Mara because they're Bitcoin based, but for any other stock, we want to see that the major indices are going to reverse first. So if we're thinking about tech, this 360 pivot is really, really big for us to go long. Once we break this 360, we could think about going long, buying calls, because we broke some major resistance and we're trying to go back on an uptrend. But until it does that, you probably don't want to just go out there and buy calls. It's kind of hard for Bitcoin too because Riot and Mara don't really follow Bitcoin necessarily, right on the dot. And with Bitcoin, my problem is your puts and calls can be destroyed really easy. One little news piece coming from CNBC and Bitcoin's down 3%, your calls are ruined. So, but yeah, I mean, if we're just looking at the chart, it's very attractive for bulls down at this level. We see it, we kind of bounce off of this 25, 26 level. So, there's a decent chance. And if you put your stop loss right under about 24, you could have even a better risk reward. But if you guys are tuning in, you guys got any questions, let me know. No, actually, I wish I I wish I lived in Hawaii, but the market was a little bit different. I wish the market opened a bit later in Hawaii. I'd move to Hawaii, but well, if I had the money to, but it doesn't seem very fun. I don't know why this multi-stream is not working. If you guys are from Twitch or Facebook and I can't read the chat, switch over to YouTube because it's not working. Yeah, and see, this is what the problem, when we're talking about the trend, we really want to see QQQ break this to 360 level, or I'm still waiting to add on some of these longer term positions, my favorite growth stocks. They have a lot of money sitting, but I just haven't added yet. I still think that until we, really break this, I would love to see 360 long term, but 362, 363, short term 360, 363 long term was where I'd be going long. Yeah, it's kind of hard with the QQQs. Bitcoin making a bull flag. We'll look at Bitcoin. MKD trending up, hoping for an update from your perspective. Sure, we can look at MKD. And I know I looked at MKD and I looked decent the other day. I think we see a lot of these charts right now are really starting to break out of their falling wedges. Once a chart breaks out of its falling wedge, we see some explosive moves. If we talk about right here, we broke out of our falling wedge finally. We see some really big moves. So the problem is we really haven't established us breaking out yet. We kind of have. If I redraw this, yeah. So what I'd want to see is above, if we can hold 40 cents, we'd be looking good. We do look good. We do have this nice cup and handle forming, and the thing is we're kind of flirting with this resistance line. So we have two resistance lines. I think that if we can break this, I would say 42 cent level. Excuse me, if we broke this 42 cent level, I think we're good, but we still really have to, we're really flirting with this resistance line. We just need to break it. But yeah, we definitely have some upside if we can reclaim, I think, that 40, even 42 cent level. It does look good. Yeah, I think MKD does look decent. Bitcoin making a bull flag. So when I'm looking at Bitcoin, I go to TradingView. We can look at TradingView. I don't hold Bitcoin, I hold Ethereum. If we're talking about a good trading platform, I really like Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did start to break out, but if we're look at the 1 day. We don't really have a bull flag forming. So what we had is what looks like we really had maybe, I want to see us base around 50,000. 50,000 is always a hard chart or hard spot for Bitcoin, but if we zoom out we're going to want to go to the weekly. We still look really, really good. And actually, so there's a couple things that we're looking when we're looking at a chart. When we're looking at actual candlestick patterns, this is why it's important to know all of these. And these are my EMA claws I set up. We can see that we bounce off of these. We have this really nice bullish engulfing on the weekly. Bullish engulfing means that the body, so this is the wick down here, but the actual body of the candle, it lines up at the bottom. And if this green one overextends, this red one, it's called a bullish engulfing. We definitely look like we could be setting up for a big move on Bitcoin. We really want to see us reclaim this 50,000 level. And if we do ever hit this 60,000 level again, we could have a huge breakout. So Bitcoin does look good, but I think Bitcoin's a long-term hold anyway. So bless you. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Did you look at LKCO? Is that Luckin Coffee? I don't remember. I don't think I've ever looked at that ticker. LKCO. LKCO. Okay, this is it. We were looking really, really good. We were following this really support line. We did break the support line. So unless we can reclaim it at $1.43, I think the play is over. Don't like it right now. Say no to that. Like I said, once we break the trend, we broke this. Look at this trend. We've been following this trend for almost 2 years now. We break this trend, and I don't want to play it. That's just how it is with me. Once we break that trend, I mean, again, but this is just trends. Like, if you actually looked at maybe the financials of the company, if you like the company, then the graph shouldn't really matter. This is how it works. In the trading game, for example, my long-term growth portfolios, I don't sit there and stare at the graph all day because I know I have a long-term, I'm long-term on it. For something that, I don't want to hold, if I'm just swing trading it, something like CEI something like that. So I'm going to look at the chart more because it's going to show me where entry and exit prices are. But for something long term, you might ask me for a chart and I might say it's bearish. But if you have a bullish understanding about it, if you like the company, then maybe it'd be a better idea for you to hold it out. So that's also important to note as well. Like some of these charts are really bearish, but if I don't know a lot about the company. I can tell you about the chart, the quick finances, but the catalysts and stuff like that, I don't know much of. And we know that catalyst can really move up a stock. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. Just because there's been lots of bearish charts out there, but if you're like, for example, XP right now doesn't look the best, but it's a long-term growth stock that I have, so I'm not worried about it. But if you guys are just tuning in, you guys got any questions, let me know. We'll go over whatever you guys would like to see. Trying to find a good entry on CRDL. For Infetti, I like it. CRDL. If we're going to look, I don't know if there's a lot of money to be made on CRDL. Let's look. For lunch money, I wouldn't say there's any lunch money to be made on here. If we're looking for lunch money, there were threats of it being taken off of the U.S. markets. Rumors linked to CCP, but was not true. It really dropped with the rumor started. So yeah, buying on fake news too is also, if it's fake, there's been a lot of stocks that have dropped 80% on fake news. That'd be a time to obviously buy. So lots of things like that. Okay, let's look at, if we're looking at some quick money potential, risky. I'd say CEI. No, we have a double top. Let's look. I think if we're going to try to make some lunch money today, Moderna is going to be the type to play. We're in this gap to fill, so I'll buy a few shares. I'll buy a few shares. We'll see. Lunch money's $10, so once I make $10, I'm out though. All right. We see back to, we have a nice, I do want to take an entry. I'll tell you why I do like this. We have a nice gap to fill all the way up to about 382. We're starting to get a lot of momentum, and our RSI is staying overcooked, which we like to see. Let's see if we're overextended. Our 5 minute, we're very underextended still. Our 5 minute, so our 1 minute. So what we're gonna do? Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, let me grab my phone. I'm gonna buy 3 shares of Moderna. Actually, I'll buy 5, and we're gonna let's see. All right, I'll let you guys know what I fill at. Okay. Said Moderna. How many shares do I want? Let's do. All right, I'm gonna buy 5 shares of Moderna. I got a market order set. I'll let you guys know what I execute at. I think Moderna will be the top play for today. We'll see if we can. 361. So I have a lot of reward right there. Now, when I look at my risk, what I'd really want to say is my last low. So when I'm looking at my last low on the 1 minute, this 337 would be a good risk off. Let me clear out all these lines. So I want to always look at my risk reward before I enter a trade. So 337.85 is going to be one that I could do. And then we're going to look at our 5 minute as well. Our 5 minute really doesn't have much, nothing really there. So sorry. I guess our 5 minute, I would still say the same thing. Our support would be at 337.78. So what I want to do now is I want to see if we get down to this 337 level, because that'd be the place that we want to buy. Why not a call? I don't scout calls. You can go calls. I usually just do equities. So still not entered. We'll see what happens. I want to see. Okay, so I'm gonna enter Moderna at 5 shares at. See what I fill at. Okay, I filled at 339.52. So we are right here. We're gonna let this in. I don't have that many shares, but I'm gonna put my stop loss at 337.89, and hopefully we'll create a new higher low, and then I can raise up the stop loss. Okay. We're up a 50 cents. So I could actually get a Big Mac off that. So yeah, we'll play that. We'll see how that goes. That'd be my top play. So maybe that'll make lunch money. We'll see. I also want to take a look at QQQ. QQQ is going to be major if this swings. Like I said, this will probably just be a day trade. Maybe if we close strong today, I'll hold it a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens. We were looking good. Still looks fine. All right. Wish this worked. That's okay. The problem with buying, I'll tell you why I wouldn't buy a call. On some of these larger cap stocks, so when stocks are more volatile, the premium that it costs to buy a call or a put is a lot more expensive. So when you're buying some of these that are very volatile, that are down 13 to 15% a day, these big caps, it costs too much to actually buy that call or put, and your break even is going to be really, really high. So it's not worth the risk. So that's why I just do equities on some of these more volatile plays. I know some people that are really good at scalping calls like this, but for me also, like, one call of Moderna is going to cost me like $3,000. It's going to cost me like $3,000 to $4,000, and I don't really want to put that much money on this stock. The setup's not that great. We're playing it for a gap to fill play, but the setup's not that great that I'd want to risk more than $1,500. We're risking off. We bought here, so 1,500, 5 shares. I'm literally risking off $15. So that's another thing. I don't really want to risk much on that. I'm not too confident about this play, but I'm willing to risk $15 for possible. I think that our risk reward is probably 3 to 1 here. So that's why I played it how I did. That makes sense. If you guys are just tuning in, you guys got any questions, let me know. We're going to see if Moderna can hit us with some lunch money. Okay. Yeah, I got you. What about conservative calls, like around the same price point? That's the problem is I can pull up the options chain. I don't know where the options. I'd never bought an option on here. I don't know where the options chain is, but the problem with the options right now is that it's so volatile that the options, the break even might be all the way up at 350. So like if we bought it weekly or daily, the break even might be up at 350, and I don't want to risk that. You can play options, I guess, a little bit more conservatively if you buy like in the money options, if you buy lower strike prices, but still, I'd rather play equities. So what I really want to see is that we could break this 341 level so I can raise up my stop loss so that I'm always in the money, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what I like. Before I enter, I always look at how much I'm willing to lose, and I already have that stop loss in there, so no, I don't really worry. I know that if I lose, I'm going to lose $15. So I'll lose $2 a share. So I'm not really too worried if I lose about, a percent. Now, with this gap to fill, we have a percent that we could lose, but we also have this gap to fill up here. We could make, $20, $30 a share. So decent risk reward for sure. Yeah, you're welcome. KTGR. No worries at all. QQQ is holding up nice. Actually, I'm looking at QQQ possible flag setting up. We'll see. We'll see how that fills in. There's a possible flag, though, forming on the 1 minute. Or actually on the 5 minutes, so definitely could be explosive. Okay. I'm new to options, but notice that the ones I bought have increased in percentage value. Super fast. You mean money-wise? Yeah. So options, you're buying 100 underlying shares of the equity. So, some people will say, I remember that when the AMC thing was running, they're like, don't buy calls or puts. It doesn't increase the price. It does. It's 100 underlying shares. It moves fast because it's leveraged. When we're talking about just in general about how people make money, it's using leverage. If we're talking about houses, real estate, but you're pretty much using leverage on options. So you can risk a lot less with a greater reward. So, for example, the options I like to use is on options. It's just a better, if you're not And I've seen people make thousands of percent off of options, but the thing is, you don't have to risk as much because it's leveraged. The problem with options, though, is I figure out that timing the market is really, really hard. It's almost it's all I like timing the market better than timing the market. So for options, for me, I don't really play them that much because of that reason. Um, but I do, during like market crashes, I'll tend to buy options on some of the reverse indexes. I'll show you guys. So when during a market crash, there's some leveraged ETF. So when the SPY goes down, the leveraged ETF will go up 3%. So, or we can talk about the UVXY. So, or actually, we'll look at the TQQQ. Is this the read? No, that's not the one. Okay. We have market crashes. We can see this is the market crash. We went 100 to 1350. This will be the one I'd buy like options on, because we can make moves really, really quick, stuff like that. But I'm in 340 calls. Yeah, 340 calls on Moderna might pay off. We'll see. We want to see. Like I said, I think Moderna has a chance to look good today. We'll just see how we look. We're definitely consolidating right here under the next leg. So I want to see. I'd love to see a 350 break. A 350 break would be crazy, but we'll just have to see. And this is a stock, too, that I'm using just kind of a mental stop loss. If it really does hit this 337, I don't think I'm going to sell out. Also, lose super. Yeah. We can talk about how you win super fast, but yeah, you do lose super fast as well. That is important to note. Yeah. That is very important to note. I'm going to see what my growth portfolio is doing. Oh, I would like to hit 500 subs today too. So if you guys are liking the content, 500 subs would be pretty cool. My growth portfolio. Don't like looking at it. Okay, let's look. Should start to curl here soon. You could look at something like this is where we'd want to look at our level 2. Sorry, not our time and sales. I do like looking at time and sales, but we're gonna clean up this chart a bit, and then we're gonna pull up some level 2. And I probably will add at the support line if we do break there. If we do. Very, very thin level 2. We can drop very quick or go up. Don't really see much. Nice hammer on this 1 minute. Could signal we could be time to go up now. Some really, really not too a lot of big sell orders. Some big buys in there as well. Pretty confident. Might add some more. I will add some more shares on a breakout of 341 if we do get there. I'm very cautious when I bet him so far. Leo felt strongly that his stock has bottomed out. Yeah. Also, if we're talking about really, really good long-term plays, so a leap is if you buy an option that expires in over a year. If we're looking at really nice long-term stocks, like something like APPS, that could be a good idea to buy leaps on those. Or something like NVIDIA. I know a lot of people buy leaps on NVIDIA, stuff like that. All right. Hopefully Moderna's been stuck, but yeah, nice. We're probably just consolidating right here, ready for our next leg up potentially. So that'll be cool. Also, if you guys, we did start a Discord, so. Oh, okay. Got about 12 people in here, which is cool. We'll try to grow that. Maybe we'll turn that into something. Thinking of going. Yeah. I'm biased towards. So I don't have my stop loss on, but we're gonna see what happens. I might buy down here. We'll see. Want to see where we kind of bottom out. I'm only risking 5 shares, but I might end up buying some down here. We do have a nice support right here at this 336 level as well, so we'll see. I want to look at RSI as well. Okay, let's take a look. Probably should have sold at my stop loss, but that's okay. The 1 minute we're back to oversold. All right, I'm going to wait a bit to see, but we are getting back to oversold on the 1 minute, so 5-minute were oversold. 15-minute. Yeah, the problem is that when we're talking about these major indices, the QQQ starts to fall and also does Moderna. So we'll see. I'm gonna let that sit. We'll see what I want to see how this shapens out in a bit. Moderna, but I do have some at 3.39, so I've lost $3 on the shares. I only have 5, so not that big of a deal. Only lost like 0.5%. Apple's interesting. I know Apple's had a lot of market weakness today. By the way, I mean market weakness. So yeah, Apple at these 140s is a big pivot. Yeah, I like Apple. What I'd really like to see Apple is at 134, I would buy Apple, like a lot of Apple, but 140 is a good spot to start adding on for sure. Would want to see probably a great risk reward would be, if it dropped a few more dollars, but yeah, Apple in these ranges are money. Okay. I bet we'll reclaim this level too. We'll see. I'm going to be patient with Moderna. I still think we have a lot of ways to go up. We'll be patient. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab something to eat, so I will be back in a few minutes. I'll be right back. So yeah, it's really hard when let's see. I might order we down. I'm still gonna keep my Moderna. All right, sorry. Yeah, Apple Leaps could be good down here for sure. I don't know about FedEx, but I do work for FedEx, so all right. All right, I'm gonna exit my Moderna position here. No. I'm going to add some more Moderna down here. All right. I'm going to add a little bit down here, and then I'm going to use, it's a really, 332 is a stop loss instead. I'm going to risk off a bit here, so. Okay, I'm going to buy 3 shares down, 5 more shares down here. Okay. When I get filled out, let me look again. So I bought 5 down here as well. So my average is about 337. So we'll see how that works. Long-term hold, BCRX, yeah. BioCryst, yeah, most definitely. BCRX, APPS, and Futu are my favorite long terms. BCRX has just been in this falling wedge for a while, but we had really good earnings last quarter. Huge pipeline. I really like BCRX for sure. Yes. If you go to my Twitter, I have all my long term plays here. So if you go to my Twitter, it should be in the bio. You go to M1 Finance. That's not right though. My portfolio is up like 180% this year. But all of these. So when I say favorite, pretty much what I mean is whatever's the highest on here. So I actually changed this a bit from even yesterday. I took off some Upstart, and I took off Upstart down 2%, and I moved Futu up 2%. So it's FUTU, and then I really like Roku, Fathom. All these names in here are really good. And right now, because of the market downtrend, I did move some money back into my bigger cap stocks. Some like Google, Apple, Amazon, stuff like that. So okay, thanks. We'll do. Yeah, that link is all my socials and stuff are in there. So yeah, Moderna. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll use 3032 as a definite stop, but I'll end up losing $30 or $40. But I think we'll curl up here soon. Yep, you're very welcome though. All right. Yeah, hopefully Moderna. I think we're gonna start to curl up here. I have about a 337 average, so we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. There's a big learning curve on options. I think options are very risky, so I don't play them. I'd rather play equities. There just needs to be too many things. You have to time options right with the strike price. There's just too many things. It's really hard to do, in my opinion. So I tend not to do options. Hmm. All right, sorry, I'm good now. I had to eat something. I had to eat my ice cream and my beef stick. Yeah, Moderna. It's kind of looking heavy here. We'll see. Um, if it does break this force, there's hard with QQQ being so shaky for any of these large cap names to gain too much momentum back. A lot of these, and then let's look at this XBI. If you want Moderna to go, we're just gonna really have to make sure that this XBI goes as well. And it looks like we could be breaking out on this biotech ETF right now, so could be a good spot to add. We'll see. You'll see that these charts are going to look about the same. So if this does good, this one will do good. And it looks like we're about to break out. So, yeah, we could see Moderna go here. Yeah, we'll see. Did break out, so I'm curious to see if Moderna is going to go with this. We'll see. Lots of names though today that are down. Very interesting. With even SPY being up. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, you're just tuning in, let me know. Ice cream and beef stick, yum. Yeah, I don't usually eat breakfast, but if I do, it's something like that. All right. Hopefully Moderna does something here. Because I got a 337 average on Moderna. We really want to see that the biotech starts to curl up again. We'll see. I'd hoping we'd be up money on Moderna and we could swing it until tomorrow. So I would like to swing this longer term. So hopefully we hold up today and we're able to swing it tomorrow. That would be really nice. Yeah, if you're just tuning in here, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Like I said, the market's not doing too much today. Nothing crazy to talk about. I do have a position in Moderna at about 337, so we're going to see if that curls up at all. It'd be exciting if we could make something. Yeah, I'm about break even on it right now, but we'll see. I think that Moderna's got a lot of gaps to fill upwards, so I would like to see if we could, close out strong today and swing it in tomorrow. That'd probably be the ideal play. But yeah, very nutritious. Yeah, we'll see. I wonder if QQQ is also QQQ. It's not bad today from where we were, so that doesn't look bad either. Yeah, Moderna's definitely got to clear this. If we could clear like this, even we do have some resistance right here as we can see, but if we reclaim this like 350 level, could definitely be a swing coming in tomorrow, a good looking one potentially. So we'll be looking out on that. So yeah. Do you have pepper? I have no idea what that is. If I don't Google something, that's going to get me banned on YouTube. Ooh, a sausage like food that's usually made from ground meat. Yeah, I actually have. They are so good, huh? I like anything. Sorry to any of the vegans out here. Anything with meat is pretty good. If there is any vegans out here, I apologize, but yeah, Moderna is looking weak. So I said I actually am going to put in a 334.50 stop loss. If it does hit, that's unfortunate, but I'm not willing to risk too much more. And we actually might hit that right now. So, all right, I have that stop loss. What is it? What did I say? 334.50. Okay. So if I do lose, I'll lose $30-40. I don't really care too much. Whoever followed me on Twitter, the name's hilarious. Really good, hot. BMA still. Hassan Cherry BMRA still look good. You can look. Okay. I'm sick of looking at Moderna. We'll look at something else. I'm still in the play. I have a stop loss, so. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We have a little bit of resistance right here, but for the most part, if we're looking at this 5-day chart, we are. Once we can break this level, we're going to have a big move. So that 650 level is important to watch. I mean, it looks okay. We're following our breakout line pretty well, so we'll see. We have to break this 6. If we break this 665, we could get explosive. We've been curling all day, But ideally, if we could get down in these like 6-2 levels, these 615s, if we do get a chance to come down here, it'd be a good risk reward. But looks like it is setting up possibly for a move today. Could be looking for a nice move. It's been consolidating well. We didn't have any drops. So yeah, we will see. Appreciate all the follows coming in too. We're almost at 500. That would be crazy. Be awesome. But yeah, my thing is that yeah, we look like we're curling, and I'm sure that we're gonna stop out of Moderna, but I'm not too worried about that. If you are swinging Moderna, I think long term is an okay idea. I just don't want to risk too much, especially with the bio sector just being so funky today. Yeah, probably gonna stop out of Moderna, but that's okay. I think I lost like $25. If you guys are just tuning in, though, you guys got questions, let me know. We will go over those. Yeah, another I wonder what your guys' portfolio. I want to look at ZOM again too for James, but I am curious. I want to see. I'm on fine. I just want to see my portfolio sitting at. Down about 0.8% today. Not terrible. That's me. Actually, Katie. Hello. Are you still in DATS? Put out most of mine, but left in a few hundred. Yeah, I am. I actually am in DATS still. I did the same thing. So I pulled out. I pulled out at $15 from $7.50. I pulled out half. So I'm holding half still. I am willing to risk off. I don't really like how this chart looks, but I am willing to risk off this last low of 1091. Looks okay. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a big bounce coming up soon. We are kind of back to this Let's clear all these so we can get a better view. We kind of are back in these consolidation lines that we had right here. So, we kind of have that fake move up. Looks like we're kind of consolidating down here again. So if we just kind of X out that part. So yeah, I think anywhere in here is probably a good add. But I still am holding on to a little bit. I got them earn a long time ago. About at the start of COVID though. Just a different. I don't play bios long term. I might day trade them, but I don't play bios long term. But yeah, Moderna, if you bought that at the beginning of COVID, that was one of the craziest stocks I've ever seen. Went $8 to like 400. Really, pretty consistently. It was a nice looking stock. Man, lots of stocks today are getting beat up. Yeah, my growth portfolio is down a whole percent today, being led down by Upstart, FLGT. See what my China names are doing today. China's actually not doing too bad, but yeah, QQQ is starting to look weak again, in my opinion. Like I said, if we can claim this 360 level, we're good. And actually, it doesn't look bad, but I wonder if IWM is doing bad. No, not even that's doing bad. Yeah, I don't know why my growth portfolio is down 1% today, but it is what it is. Bio stocks have been my worst stocks. I got murdered by Sava. Yeah, twice. Interesting. I don't know who that was. Twice, yeah. Sava, I think, definitely murdered a lot of people's portfolios. We do look at Sava. Down here at these 50s is always it's a good swing for Sava, in my opinion. Yeah, I bought Sava down here. I did make some good money off Sava when I did play it, but Sava, crazy name. I bought it down here in the 50s right here, and then I think I sold it like 80 or something. Don't remember. Yeah, I appreciate all the subs coming in. I would love to hit 500 today. XBI, let's see. Do I dare look at MRNR? Oops. Oh wow, look, I don't look and it goes up. Cool. So I'm back at my average for Moderna for the day. So didn't stop out, but I'm back at my average at about 337. So hopefully something cool will happen. Portfolio down more than expected, maybe of currency conversion if you're holding a lot of China stock. Yeah, I am. Thank you, Igrim. Yeah, I am down. I'm not holding too much, so this is my long-term growth. So I'm not actually holding that much China. I do hold about maybe 18% right now because of how cheap it is. But if we look at, so obviously, I took these names are updated a bit, but I do have Futu, Tiger, and Alibaba and Neo. I don't have much Alibaba. I have a couple of percent, but ideal for bulls. But same thing with this. We've just been stuck in this range for a long time now. Just like Amazon, there's a lot of ranges that have just been kind of stuck. I've done well with crypto, but not bio. I am down on to both. I'm in the medical field, so I find bio stocks really interesting, but haven't done well. Bad timing, I'm sure. It's hard with bio stocks. I do hold BCRX is the only one that I would. I am not a financial advisor, but that would be one that I would buy. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at Jimbo Steam VR. Unemployed and a burden on society. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys. I am going to be off for the day. Not too much to talk about. I am going to. There's a couple things. So, this week's been hard. I've had a lot of stuff come up, and I do have. It had big growth though last year. You still think? Yeah, and I actually just look at. Like I said, I don't do much of VV. I don't do much of bio, but if you are interested, go. This lady right here is really, really good. Look at. Yeah, if you look at her video, so she's really, really smart. This lady on Twitter, she does a lot of bios. But if just go to her video and just I can tell you if look at her BCRX videos. It's half the reason why I'm in is I really like her. I've talked to her personally. She's really, really smart. But if you just look at these videos that she has on BCRX, she thinks that it's going to hit $100 to $200. I do agree with her on that. So yeah, if you're like, I really think in 5 years, BCRX is going to be at $100. Yeah, so still a kind of healthy uptrend, just very, very stale stock. Doesn't have a lot of movement, in my opinion, but could bounce, sure. Like BCRX is one of those stocks that if you're confident, leaving a few $1,000s in or whatever your percent wise is, this stock will be at $100 eventually. You can bet that. Yeah, if you guys are curious, I don't know much about bio, but I like to be a little bit diversified. But if you do look at hers, she's the bio queen. She's very smart, so those are some great videos. Thanks. Yeah, I'll get off of here in a few minutes. Like I said, I mean, do I stream till I get 500 followers? That's another question. What I do want to do is I'm actually going to head up to Estes Park with the weekend with the girlfriend. So I am going to record some videos and then release those once a day. So I'll have those up. Palantir angers me. Yeah, it does anger people. Thanks. I'll check her out. Yeah, if you're like I said, I know a lot about hypergrowth stock stuff like that. But if we're talking about specifically like bio stocks, she'd be the one you want to look at. there's a lot of people with big followings that end up pumping a lot of stocks. She is not like that. So, yeah, I definitely would recommend looking at her if you are interested in bio, because I don't do bio. I do a lot of the long term growth tech. I mean, I can still look at a bio company, but I think she was in there for like 50 years. Why? What? Okay, that sounds fun. Have fun at Estes Park. Find a moose. Yeah, I will find a moose. Yeah, that will be fun. If you guys did not join the Discord, I have all the links below. And then someone asked me about DMTK in the Discord. If you guys are in the Discord, you have questions throughout the day, I probably will answer them. So if you do leave a question in Discord, I probably will answer it. I usually do watch the stock market. I just I'll check out the bio screen as well. And thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, she's really good. I will for example, like there's a lot of people on Twitter, like I'm just gonna say it. I'll probably got this guy right here is such a scam. Okay. This guy literally has 325,000 followers, and I have seen this guy. He'll literally put on a stock, and as he tweets it out, people buy and he sells off his position. This guy is really bad. Also, I've lost a lot of money when I was new following him. There's a lot of big people. This guy, I'm sure you guys heard of Mr. Zach Morris. He's hit or miss. He's a big pumper, but yeah, there's a lot of good people on Twitter. But yeah, thanks, Jude. Yeah, I will be live next week. The market, there's been not. I don't mind streaming the whole thing, but there's not been that much to talk about. DMTK right at 30. We're talking about a hypergrowth stock. DMTK is a super good one to buy right here. We were trying to break out the other day, but thanks, James. I hope you do too, and thank you again, James, for everything. I appreciate it. Zach Morris has been my guy lately. I mean, when you have 500,000 followers and you're literally tweeting out every day about CEI, when it has like a $30 million market cap, it's obviously going to go up. The problem is that he has had some. Have a great weekend. Recharge the batteries. Thank you, Charlotte. You as well. Yeah, you got to make sure you recharge everything on the weekends. Be fresh the next week. I have some tests and some stuff to do as well today that I need to take care of. I also lost my wallet, so I need to go pull out some money out of the bank. Zach Morris, PJ Matlock's terrible. Even Ripster, I've seen Ripster. Like, I know how to read level 2, and I've seen Ripster offload some of his shares on some of his tweets. So I mean, all those guys. I mean, let's be real. Let's pretend that we all have 500,000 followers, and I wouldn't do it, but it'd definitely be tempting, to not tweet out a stock that goes up 20% and sell it off. You buy $1 million worth, and these guys, they have millions of dollars. You can make $200,000, go buy a new Lamborghini. It is very tempting to do something like that. I don't know what the SEC laws are on that, but you think of the tempt and greed of having so many followers and such a you have the ability to make money really really quick. Because I know what they do, I know what they are worth, I know how. Which is why I bought, but also how I have money because they're so shitty. Huh? Yeah, I mean, I think if you just look at the due diligence on Palantir, I think Palantir, it's just one of those. It's an annoying company, right? It's very annoying. The price action is very, very annoying. But I will say that if you just hold it long term, I think that you'll have a good chance in making some serious money. You just got to have that conviction and want to hold for a while. Don't know why that's not working today. Interesting. Hope you get it back. Replacing ID sucks. Yeah, I don't. I just had. Well, I'm turning 21 here in 12 days, so. I had to get a new license anyway, so I need to actually update that anyway, so that's fine. Oops. Yeah, because I'm 21 here on October 13th, so I had to update my license anyways, but it just, the debit card, credit card, it takes a little bit to send. And then, October 13th, I think that's a Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Not, this Wednesday coming up, but the weekend after. We'll do. But yeah, it does suck when you lose your IDs. Does anyone? And then. All right. Interesting. I like how it glitches. It says I have. It like does these weird glitches where it says you have one person watching. Oh shoot! I wanted to lower that. Sorry. All right. I am gonna head out here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I will catch you guys next weekend. If you guys, I will be posting a couple of videos today as well and tomorrow. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye. And thank you. Appreciate it, KTGR.